Hey everybody, welcome to ET Live. I'm Denny Directo.
And I'm Cassie DeLaura.
We start today's show with some tragic breaking news. We are all still reeling over the mass shooting that took place at a Thousand Oaks country nightclub, leaving 12 dead. We're actually going to toss it right now to Steve Wilkes, part of the ET News Desk. He's outside of the Thousand Oaks Teen Center with more on this tragic event, and also a celeb who's sadly one of their nieces is one of the victims. Hey Steve, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Denny, so just to kind of recap from what we've learned this morning, Ian Long was identified as the shooter, 28 years old, former Marine vet. Last night, walked into the Borderline Country Bar. It was college night, so 18 and older were the ones that were allowed in the bar last night. During the line dancing segments, that's when shots unfortunately rang out. Right now, I'm currently standing at the Thousand Oaks Teen Center. Where I'm at right now is where families are being sent to be notified about the status of their loved ones right now. And as you said, we had just learned recently that Tamera Mowry's niece was unfortunately one of the ones that has been confirmed as deceased.
Yeah. Steve, have we heard anything from Tamera or her husband Adam about this news now that it's just coming in?
They released a statement just a bit ago. I'm trying to get it in front of me right now. I had to run over really quick, but the statement talked about how she had such a long life to live. Tragically, her life was taken just too soon.
Yeah, Steve, we actually just got the statement in, so I'm going to read it out loud for folks since it just came in. But Tamera and Adam, they both released a statement to ET saying, quote, "Our hearts are broken. We just learned that our niece, Elena, was one of the victims of last night's shooting at Borderline Bar in Thousand Oaks. Elena was an incredible young woman with so much life ahead of her, and we are devastated that her life was cut short in this manner. We thank everyone for your prayers and ask for final steps." Of course, guys, that news just hit the news desk right before we actually started the show today. But our hearts go out to the victims and their families, and of course to Tamera Mowry and Adam Housley. Truly tragic.
Truly, I'm speechless, and we have Steve Wilkes outside of the Thousand Oaks Teen Center right now. Steve, have you seen Adam Housley there? Because from what you told us, he had to go to this center to be notified.
Yes, this is where the center is where the families have been notified. I have seen Adam. It's been off into the distance. Police are keeping the media at bay. You can kind of see right behind me that there's a media camp out right there for when press conferences happen. But just over my shoulder, right directly this way, or where a lot of the families are kind of being notified. They have a private space to grieve. I've seen Adam back this way, and I can kind of walk this way on the phone with you, but he's been sitting down, look very solemn. I can't really get a good look because of the police line that they're keeping us at, but he's been on the phone making phone calls. His head's been down. He just, receiving the news, as I'm sure, and it's definitely not easy. He's been surrounded by, it looks to be, and I don't want to speculate, but it looks to be some family that's been around him too. But it's definitely a very, very hard day for him and his family.
Well, we know that it had been actually several hours before Tamera or Adam learned about what happened to their niece. I know that Tia actually shared a tweet this morning saying that that they were looking for her and that they asked for prayers, actually.
It had been hours, and their niece's suite mate had took to Twitter, and she's like, we can't find her. Everyone else is accounted for except her, and they were just asking everyone for prayers.
And unfortunately, one of the reports that we did hear was as they were trying to get in contact with her to find out her status, they were trying to track her iPhone, and unfortunately her iPhone was pinging at the location of the Borderline Bar, and she wasn't answering her phone. And now we've learned that tragically she was one of the victims in this senseless shooting.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I know that the reports are still coming in, but we do know that at least 12 people were killed in this tragic shooting. We'll have more tonight on Entertainment Tonight, as well as up on etonline.com. Steve, thank you so much.